Oh, in the finals. We're in the finals. We're in the finals. Let's hop into the finals. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Oxide, representing Alpha X, it is our red Protoss player, Zoun. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner for Brave Star Gaming, it's the blue Terran player, Dream. Oh, and did I say upper right-hand corner? I meant proxying. Oh my god, and Zoun just finds this immediately. Dream cancels immediately. And we get a little bit of Bance. Oh, I wish we had Crank in here to translate a little for us. A little bit of banter back and forth, but obviously that is not a good start for Dream. He's going to drop the engineering bay here. Oh, loses the SCV though, and there's not a lot of hit points on this. He's going to have to get canceled pretty much immediately. This is not a good start for Dream. It's a terrible start for Dream. But we'll see where he's able to go to follow this up. Got double gas right now, so he's gonna have a lot of gas here pretty soon. I'm being joined by my co-caster. Would you like to say hello? Say it one more time. She didn't really want to say hello, but she's very cute. Adept moving across the map. Dream deciding not to go for a Reaper. He's going for a Marine first. Trying to play this like it's standard. Everything's going to be a little bit late for him, though. I like the CC on the high ground because he just doesn't have the units to deal with stuff on the low ground right now. The Adept is already here. There's a Stalker on the way across the map. And yeah, Dream just doesn't have anything to deal with these units just yet. Double Hellion on the way. It's going to be good against the Adept. Not so much against the Stalker, but it looks like the Stalker's staying at home. Dream's going to go for a proxy anyways, but it's going to be a Starport. So this is looking very similar to what he did against Mana in one of those games. With that proxy Starport, it's a kind of a classic build. Zoun just scouted it. Again, I said it before, and it proved true. Scouting it does not mean defending it, but it certainly helps. Hellion's posturing out front, trying to draw Zoun over here, but Zoun's too smart for that, man. He knows. Blink on the way. Oh my god. The fake medevac, dude. The fake medevac is too good. Hellion's trying to dive in the front, but with the shield battery here, the Adept holds strong. And if he had had a Reaper, well, could have bopped that Adept out of the way. As it is, now Dream's going to actually have to go for the drop if he wants to get any damage done. Going to be tougher to get damage done. But maybe he can sneak by this Stalker a little bit. See if Zoun scout on this. Oh my god, he doesn't spot it. Oh, he doesn't spot it till it's boosting in. And he hasn't moved just yet. The shield battery here is going to help a lot. Oh, and it's a full wall down here as well. Dream going the wrong way. He's going to get 4 workers. You need more than that with a 4 Hellion drop in order to really make it worthwhile. The medevac will get away. He's trying to boost back to save these, but it's not going to happen. A couple Hellions posturing out front. Not going to do much either. 4 probes go down. I don't think I'd say that's worth it. And, I mean, economically, after this is all said and done, Dream's not in a terrible position. He's down 4 workers, which is not too bad against Protoss. No third base on the way for either player. Zoun has a whole bunch of gateways. Oh, Zoun's about to go all in with Stalkers. I see. All right. You know the 4-gate blink all in? Zoun's like, bruh, what about 5 though? How do you like them apples? We're about to have the 5 blink Stalker pressure. It's just a pressure. Definitely not an all-in. Dream is, he recognized this before I did, because he's got bunkers and tanks up. His main base is being very well defended here. The blink forward is going to try to get on top of this bunker. Looks like he will be able to take that out. But this tank is dealing some big damage down here. Stalkers blink and warp Prism away. In the meantime, a couple of Hellions drop in. They're going to get a few more probe kills. One big hit on those probes, but not enough to seal the deal. Now I'm going to keep the pressure on. Third tank shows up. I don't know where a good position for this tank would be. I guess Dream's going to set it way back there. I wouldn't hate one like here-ish. Down scouting around. He's got a lot of Stalkers out on the map. 15 Stalkers out here, man. Prism's going to come in. Takes a lot of damage. The 2 tanks trying to shell out, but both of them are going to go down very quickly here. SCV's coming off the line. Dream trying desperately to hold. Zealot gets warped in to help deal with the SCVs. So many workers going down. Dream repositioning a tank. Zoun just gets the heck out of there after getting 13 worker kills. Dream's got a 3rd CC on the way, so the longer he holds, the better it's going to be for him. He's also got stim and combat shields. +1. Upgrade's going to start to finish soon. Zoun is going to keep the pressure on, though. He is not stopping just yet. There's that tank positioning. Medevac, or not Medevac, Prism jumping over to the left side. Stalkers positioning on the right. Another siege tank about to pop. That should help Dream out substantially. I see in a position on the low ground that is going to leave this part of his main base a little bit undefended. Pressuring a little bit. Could be able to grab a single supply depot. But now that Stim is done and there's a bunch of Marauders in this composition, Medevacs are out, Dream shouldn't have as much of an issue dealing with this. I imagine he's going to be able to take a 3rd fairly soon. Zoun's 3rd is finishing up over here. I gotta say, it's a nice hold so far from Dream. No concussive. Oh, he does have concussive shells, so he stops those Stalkers in their tracks. Still trying to be annoying with these blink Stalkers, picking off 1 Marine at a time here. Doesn't quite get those Marines. There is a Colossus here to help him out. Prism dropped a few Zealots in the mineral line, but Dream's got a lot of units back and wants to deal with that. Taking the 3rd base, not going to go for the triangle 3rd, for the line 3rd. Prism takes a little bit of hits here. Not too bad. Zoun moving around with this Protoss ball of units. 5 supply depots on the way. Dream's really supply blocked right now. Rip Arena, dude. I do not like Zoun posturing out on the map like this. Force fields are nice, but the Colossus goes down anyways. And Dream takes a fantastic fight there. He's almost double the army supply of Zoun right now. I think he's just going to keep pushing. The tank's a little bit far behind. They need to be a part of this push. All right, he pulls back. He's going to push around the left-hand side. He could try to find a nice position down here. Looks like he's just going to go in between the natural and the 3rd base. Zoun a little bit late to the party, and there's a lot of bio here, a lot of Marauders, and nothing that's good against Marauders on Zoun's side of the map. Dream keeps pressing forward, dealing damage to this wall. Zoun just waiting for enough units to come over here. I love the drop of the single Zealot on the backside. I don't know if it's going to be enough, and Zoun kind of feels similarly. Shield battery up in the natural, shield battery at the 3rd. Keeping these units alive for a little bit longer. Dream's going to reinforce this position, just bringing his units across. Prism warping in a couple more Zealots on the backside. Does he have charge? He does. Going to help him quite a bit. Even just sending a few in on the back to draw tank fire. Huge. But this Bioforce is so strong. It's got 1-1. Zoun's going to try to punch through. Super Shield Battery turn on in the natural to save this Colossus. Zoun not winning on the right-hand side either, though. A couple of Vikings here to help. Both the Colossi continue standing strong. Actually, a third one pops out. Going to really make it tough for Zoun to take this fight. The Prism will finally go down. Leaves the tanks exposed, though, and both the tanks will fall. I think Zoun will finally clear this with the 3 Colossi and the Blink Stalkers. This guy makes it back to the shield battery. Oh my god, but the Widow Mine from the backside gets some. Grabs a probe as well, looks like. Dream's got to pull back. He's still way up in army supply, but a lot of that's in production at the moment. 4th base for Zoun is up and running. I don't think we have a 4th CC for Dream. He's just continuing to pressure on 3 bases. The longer this game goes, the better it gets for Zoun, I guess. Zoun's got +2 attack and +1 armor on the way. They're pretty far away from being done, though, and 2-2 started up here for Dream. They're kind of just offset upgrades. Dream's up 1 right now. Zoun's going to be up 1 in about 45 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. And then later, Dream will be up 1. Wow, it's amazing. Like they're offset. Got a Dark Shrine coming up for Zoun. I like that. I think around 4 bases. Get a Dark Shrine, get Blink. Make life really annoying for the Terran. Dream just now putting down his 4th CC. It feels so late at this point. The Observer's here for Zoun, spotting everything. Okay, the Observer and the Zealot spotting a whole lot. One thing he doesn't know, though, is what's going on in this upper left corner. He doesn't know there's a base being built up there. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen this cannon skin before. It looks like a star, like a compass star, you know? Interesting. Quadruple Widow Mine drop posturing over here, but Zoun seems pretty ready for it. He saw something coming. Dream, in the meantime, is pushing with his main force on the left-hand side. One gonna try to make its way over here. Some nice Widow Mine connections. Can you get one more? That's not bad. 8 probes going down. Dream just pushing hard at the front, though. Sinks down a couple of Widow Mines. There are disruptors out now. Super Shield Battery turns on to save the Colossi once again. Oh, man. Widow Mines. Oh, in the meantime, though, Zealots getting in, killing a few SCVs, keeping that worker count pretty even after all of this. And both actually on what I would call a low worker count. Definitely not super stoked about the worker counts. 59 to 59. Dream gonna push once again, moving down the right-hand side. Doesn't have a lot of medevacs. 4 medevacs right now, and I think a couple of them aren't with his army. Oh, there they are. They're dropping up here. Zoun trying to deal with this double drop. He's gonna kill the medevacs. Oh, he's got DTs warping in. I love it. In the meantime, Dream pushing over here, but look at how overstimmed these units are. Just trying desperately to deal with this, but not a lot of medevac support. And the Widow Mines are actually going to do some friendly fire there as well. This bio's getting pretty low, but only 1 Colossus left. Looks like the bio up here was cleaned up thanks to the DT warp in. And Dream gets pushed back. The supply is pretty even at the moment. Both players on 4 bases, similar worker count. The splits against the Disruptor Novas are really nice here. And Zoun doesn't have a lot after that. These Widow Mines are all almost off cooldown. He's actually going to catch both the Disruptors. Nicely done there by Dream. Widow Mine connections are really nice. DT is doing some good work, but not the end-all be-all, that's for sure. Does he have Blink for the DTs? No, he doesn't. No Shadow Stride, dude. What are you doing, man, with no Shadow Stride? Looks like Dream might want to take a 5th. He's got 3-3 on the way. Zoun's got +3 attack and +2 armor on the way. Yeah, just a little bit offset. I actually think Dream's in a better position. In terms of upgrades, though. Oh, those DTs are spotted. Trying to split up so one scan can't get them all. Looks like he's going to grab 2 of them. DT, excuse me, pardon me. These bio units are like, what the hell? Finally, those mines are cleared up. Zoun trying to take a 5th base, but Dream is here. And Zoun was not ready for that. He sends out kind of a panic Ruptor shot. Let's kill a Widow Mine with it. 17 probes going down, though. Oh, my God. Big damage being done over here by the Widow Mines. Looks like a few SCVs going down as well. Dream clears that up and takes a worker lead. Again, both players on low worker counts. It's not great here. Usually on 4 bases, like 75, 80 workers would be pretty solid. Not 62 to 56. Scan goes down here. Cancel on the base. Zoun down in army supply. And down in upgrades. I guess technically they're even, but now he's down in upgrades. Dream's got a big army over here. He's trying to figure out what to do. I think he wants to drop. Yeah, okay. He lifts up into 4 medevacs. He's going to go for the big drop. Zoun is more ready for this than he's been for anything in his life. Oh, no, he blinks out of the main. Oh, my God. The Stalker's blinking out of the main. Huge mistake here as Dream is sending 4 medevacs worth of units straight into the aforementioned main. And a couple of DTs probably not going to be good enough here. The recall goes down. Zoun will be able to clean this up with his units in the main base. Dream's going to have to lift up to get out of here, I think. Oh, nice blink forward, but is it enough? He drops down on the low ground on top of these Stalkers. The Colossi peering from above. Going to be able to crush through this. Medevacs don't have their boost just yet. They got to get out of there. And that they do. Dream getting his 5th base set up. Both players at 55 workers. God, these economies they're not great, but they're pretty even. And at least they're both not great. Small drop over here, but Dream not with enough units. Zoun's got plenty to deal with this. Happened to be in the area. 3 more SCVs going down here to a DT. Look at that DT try to get on top of the Marauder. So slow. Why you need blink? Oh, he's got Shadow Stride on the way now. Zoun, he knows. He knows what's good for him. Oh, massive EMPs on this army. I don't know if Dream has enough to actually take this fight. Okay, I'm going to try to attack up this cliff here. Oh, he's actually got vision of the high ground, so he knows what's there. Takes out that Widow Mine. A couple Zealots running into this 3rd once again. I'd hate to see a bunker like here. Like a bunker there would be pretty good. Zealots keep running on in. Planetary's about to be under assault. These +3 Stalkers take it down very quickly. Oh, and the Nova crushing through the SCVs. Beautiful job taking that down by Zoun. And Dream says, well, screw you then. I'm going to go take down your 5th base. Zoun very out of position to deal with this now. No recall available. He's going to have to just walk back. But I have a feeling he's going to lose this base before that happens. Sending in a few Zealots to try to buy time. A couple Disruptors here. The splits are quite nice for Dream. He gets on top of both of them, but it does save the base. Zoun keeps his base alive. And he keeps his main base alive as Dream is just rushing on through. He's got 3 medevacs here, so he can try to pick up and lead with some of these units, but I don't know if he's going to do that. He's going to target down the shield battery. I thought he was going to go for the Dark Shrine, decides not to. Depowering a lot of this. Tries to lift up. Gets a handful of units out of there. Spot this base on the way out as well. Dream's going to move over to the right-hand side at the same time. He's down in army supply. Oh, we got more DTs. Oh, beautiful catch here. Those DTs just walking full force into the bio. Scan will clear up a couple of them. And a nice EMP to finish them off. Looks like this attempted base is going to be forced to cancel. Dream is really all over the place, but so is Zoun. Zoun getting some really nice work done here, and he is up 30 supply right now as he clears the rest of this up, jumping up even further. 40 supply. 30 supply. 30 supply. Math is hard. Still 30 supply up. But Zoun in a very good position right now. Only 34 SCVs here for Dream. He really wants to drop mules, but he has to keep scans available in case of DTs. Zoun's also up in army supply, while his +3 armor is finally going to finish after feels like a million years. To even up upgrades. He's also got +1 shields. And he's just been taking great fights. I think with this, it's just going to be too much for Dream to actually take a fight here. He's going to lose another base. There's 4 disruptors with this composition, and Zoun is poised to take a victory in game number 1 here. That was the main CC. Not a lot of scan energy in case DTs decided to be part of this fun. Sure, there's some Widowmine drops. Zoun only on 55 probes. I still think it's enough here. Dream, there it is. There's the tap out. GG. Zoun takes game number 1. A long, hard-fought game for both players. Sadly, my sweet kitty cat is gone. You just come up, sit on the lap a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard him meow or not, but he's been very sweet. Sad I couldn't show you guys. We're gonna hop into game number 2 now. I don't know what map it's on because the map link is in Korean. Pillars of Gold. There it is. Pillars of Gold. Getting all our casters in here. Feels real good, man. And we're loading in. And I had something really just sharp and annoying poke me like on the side of my nail, right where it meets the finger, and it just hurts. And that was like almost a week ago. I think it was Tuesday. No, maybe not. Maybe it was Saturday. I don't know. It was at work. So damn annoying. Now that we've loaded into game number 2 here, why don't we hop on in? Pillars of Gold, spawning in the upper right-hand corner. For Alpha X, it is our red Protoss player, Zoun. And his opponent in the lower left. Did I say upper left for Zoun? It was upper right. But in the lower left, the blue Terran player for Brave Star Gaming. It's Dream. Sending out pretty early SCV here as he drops this barracks. This is scouting SCV? Feels very early for a scouting SCV. I'm wondering if there's going to be a second Rax out on the map. Or, you know what, actually, this might be an eBay block. eBay block. Zoun heading down towards the low ground to take a base. But yep, I think that's exactly what it is. Dream's not going to let him. Or maybe he is. No, he's not. How much of this eBay can the SCV complete before the probe kills it? Well, more probes coming down. Zoun handling this. Probe being annoying on the other side of the map as well. ZZ. Oh no! Did the probe die? Oh no, dude. SCV with 1 kill. What a hero. Dream canceling the eBay. Nexus getting thrown down finally for Zoun. A little later than he wanted to. Not too bad. Not too bad. Looks like we've got another Hellion build out of Dream. He's really been favoring Hellion-based openings. We've seen him, you know what, actually, as I say that on this map, I think he built these buildings in these positions against Mana and then did double Marine production. But yeah, this is going to be double Hellions. He's really been favoring that. I do like it as an opening, but it certainly has its weaknesses. Hellions, not the best fighting units against things like Stalkers or, say, Oracles. He's going to go for another proxy starport. This one, not so proxy. It's just kind of hidden. It's just kind of over here instead. Adept. threatening to shade. Gonna be out looking on the map. I think it spotted those Hellions at the very least. It spotted the reactor factory. Got the CC on the high ground again for Dream. Which is interesting. It's definitely the safer play. Hellions taking a little bit of damage here. We don't have a wall for Zoun, so we might see Dream once again go for the fake drop and then try to run through. Although so far he's had really good luck with the drops, but we're going to have a Phoenix out this time. It's going to change things. Just the single Phoenix, though. I don't know if it's going to change too many things. As can't really lift up all that well. The triple Adept here, when these Hellions land, is going to get a lot of damage onto them. The boost through to try to outrun the Adepts. Down goes the medevac. Lifts up one of the Hellions. Right, already getting 5 workers killed. That's going to be it, though, as the shield battery saving the ones on the left side. 5 worker kills, and this time loses the medevac. I think it's a good hold for Zoun. I think he should be happy with that. Does show his hand that he's going for Phoenixes. But Dream doesn't have his natural base in position yet. Got a Cyclone on the way out. He's flying his poor starport home. It's trying out. It's trying. That is a lot of Adepts. Only a couple of Phoenix here, but that's a good handful of Adepts. Might be a little bit scary to Dream. Finally going to be able to take his natural base, but down quite a few workers at this point because of how delayed it is. More Phoenix come out. Might be able to start harassing some of these mineral lines, get a couple SCV kills here and there. Robo follow-up here for Zoun. Stim, combat shields, and soon to be +1 for Dream. So we might do a bit of a triple upgrade push, the classic. 2 Cyclones here, nice couple of lock-ons. Now they can't keep it going. They don't have the stamina to keep it up. He's gonna get picked up. Double lock-on on one of the Phoenixes, though. Oh my god, 3 hit points on that Phoenix. Mighty close to a kill, but hey. Close doesn't count, except in horseshoes and hand grenades. And last I checked, this is neither of those things. What would, okay, so we talked about, like, hand grenades do kind of exist in this, right? Like a Reaper grenade, close counts in that. What about horseshoes, though? What would you consider like a horseshoe? Maybe like a Disruptor Nova? That's kind of like a horseshoe. I could see that. Yeah, all right. So hand grenades are Reaper grenades. Horseshoes are disruptors. Close does count for those things. Dream, though, moving out. He's got his stim and combat shields finished up. He's trying to take a fight here. The Phoenix is really helping to clean this up, though. The medevacs, a big part of this push, and they are no more. Nice hold there from Zoun. Sends those army units packing. And he's posturing himself really nicely in this game as the Colossus comes out. He's got Thermal Lance on the way. It's not going to be done for a while, but it looks like he wants to push with these units anyways. He says, yeah, I don't think you have enough to stop me from pushing. You might be right. Another stim there from Dream. And Dream actually doesn't have any medevacs with this force. 2 of them about to pop, but another stim here will put these units so low, and there it is. The Colossi now can just chew through it. Singular Colossus. That splash damage is just so powerful. And Dream really on the back foot here. I think Zoun might just have too much. Can Dream just die here? Can Zoun just push through for the victory? SCV's coming off the line against the Colossus. And that might be the answer to our question here. There's an Immortal underneath, so these Marauders, they're not long for this world either. GG gets Paul. And Zoun takes a very quick game number 2. Damn. Zoun looking strong in this series. Really, really strong. Somebody earlier was saying it'd be really sick if Zoun was able to win this and then perform well this week. I think they're talking about the Asus ROG. Asus ROG. And, well, he's on step 1. He's very close to winning this. 1 game away. This is match point right now. Dream's got to pull it back. Now, he already did pull it back against a strong Protoss. But can he do it again? Lightshade is going to be map number 3, numero 3. We're heading in. My cat is giving me eyes from the couch now because I'm not snuggling with her over there. Don't worry, we're almost done. She's rooting for Zoun, so that we can finish this up and I can go snuggle with her. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let's hop in to map number 3 here, spawning in the lower right-hand corner. Representing Alpha X is our red Protoss player, Zoun. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner. He's got to win 3 in a row now. I don't know if he can do it, man. Zoun's looking so strong. For Bravestar Gaming, it is our blue Terran player, Dream, on his very last legs. Maybe this is where he plays best from, though. We saw him down 0-2 against Mana. He pulled it back. Zoun is looking really strong, though. I don't know. Dream's gonna have to find a weakness. Hellion's not getting the damage he needs them to get. Man, early game probes, dude. Is there anything more annoying? Probe gonna take a decent amount of damage before it tries to block this CC. Doesn't get any sort of blockage off, though. The TC goes down immediately. Dream gonna come scout that there's a Nexus on the way up. Things looking very normal on Zoun's side of the map. Nothing too crazy. Is it gonna be a Reaper opening out of Dream? No, it's not. It's actually gonna be a Marine opening once again. That factory, and I assume into a tech lab to follow this up. See a bunker going down pretty soon. There it is. Bunkers, very useful against Protoss. Oh no, he did build a Reaper. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy, and the Reaper's gonna die. Just gets out of there, dude. That was close, man. That was close. ... What happened? Was that the Reaper? That must have been the Reaper. I don't know, dude. I wish I read Korean. Single Hellion coming out. Looks like Dream's gonna go for a reactor. Sticking on the barracks this time. Gonna change up his build a little bit. I think that's good, because clearly game 1 and game 2 didn't work out too well for him. So let's see something a little bit different. Enough of something completely different. Blink on the way for Zoun. That is not very different. I mean, Link's a solid opening against Terran. Interested in what Dream's gonna make out of the starport. Gonna go for the medevac. All right, so maybe he wants to do a cheeky bit of a drop. A couple Hellions in with the Marines at the front. I don't know. I guess we'll see. There's a lot of potential options here for Dream. He could go for nothing if he feels like the best option is just to sit at home. I don't know, but something's funny. We got a little LOL here out of Dream. That's what the ZZ is. It's all I know. Or watching Korean pros dance. Is that the ZZ? It looks like the Hangul symbol for laughing. So that means laughing. It's like haha. Dream trying to find something with the Hellion Reaper drop, but so far, nothing much around this. No third CC here for Dream just yet. Continuing to produce units. Getting out of Raven, getting out of Siege Tank. More Baraxes, +1 on the way. Should have Stim on the way fairly soon. There it is. Medevac looking for something. Zoun, though, he's prepared. He's got pylon spots up here. He's got stalkers in the main base. With Blink done, they're going to run away. Maybe the worst possible time for that to happen. Shield battery here is so helpful, though. Oh, my God. But they ran away from the shield battery. 6 workers going down. The medevac dies, though. Looks like that's going to be it. Oh, never mind. 7th worker getting killed. Seven workers. The trades, I guess, relatively even. Sure. Those units for Dream not going to be the most useful, but it is a little sad to lose that medevac. Now, as Zoun's third base finishes, Dream's starts. That's not great. The Terran can afford to be a little bit behind in terms of expansions and workers, but that's pretty dang far behind. And these Stalkers looking like they might want to have something to say about that. A handful of them, but decent blink control. And kill a lot of units. Oh, Raven's here, so that Observer is not long for this world. Stim's about to finish as well, so Dream can definitely push these Stalkers away. As it is, looks like he's just going to use the high ground against them. As Stim and +1 finishes and a couple medevacs come out, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Dream move across the map. He's just got a few Blink Stalkers to contend with. Oh, and 2 Colossi. Never mind. The 2 Colossi are pretty dangerous, even with an Interference Matrix. Well, there's 2 of them. He needs 2 Interference Matrices. Yeah, Thermal Lens done as well. 3rd Colossi almost out. And this push from Dream, a little rough. Yeah, he spots the double Colossus here. And he's probably like, ah, God damn. His third base does get set up, though. He's going to get a nice little siege position over here. There's no charge just yet. Charge is really good against siege tanks. Without that, it's a little bit harder to clear them. Raven. Raven's going to be really key here. Big Stim out of Dream, but he doesn't end up taking the engagement. It looks like he's just going to head on home. Doesn't want to push his luck. The worker count has stayed fairly similar through all of this. As I say that, 2 SCVs go down. Not really sure what happened there, but still has stayed fairly similar. Pretty back and forth economically. Dream getting his +1 armor. We have +2 on the way for Zoun. And for Archives as well. Looks like Zoun wants to do a little counter pressure now that charge is finished. I think Dream has enough here to deal with this. We shall see. Ooh, Observer almost going down, but that's when you realize the rest of the army is here with the Observer. Dream marching a few units through this army, and they will all just go right down. Now I'm going to grab a 4th base while he's posturing here. Again, no 4th CC out of Dream, so good economy here for Zoun. But Dream's way up in army supply. It's actually a lot more than I expected. It's about 30 army supply more here for Dream. The Observer's like, come and catch me. And the Bio's like, all right, dude, no problem. Oh my God, 3 hit points this Observer lives with. I don't think I've seen an Observer actually take this many shots and live. keeps going down, losing all its shields. Dream wants to move out, though. He's got a big triple drop over on the left-hand side. Rest of his army moving to the right. No medevac support for this part of the army, though. He's got to be careful about things like stims. Nice snipe on that observer there. Really showing Zoun that he's here. This is very much Dream saying, hey, I'm in the center. You have to deal with this. While he sneaks around to the bottom side. I feel like he mistimed it. I feel like if he was landing right now, it would be great. But he's still posturing around, still moving around the top side, actually forcing Zoun to move even further away from his main. There is enough for a recall in the main nexus stuff. But Zoun's got to be careful if he recalls too much, and this army can actually just go get something done. Scan to spot the army. The triple drop. Moving on in. Starts dropping immediately. He's going to take down one of these pylons. He can go for this pylon as well. Start depowering gateways like crazy. Scan's going down. Dream posturing with his topside army while he's dealing damage in the main base. Depowering so many gateways here. Take down that shield battery. Take down a bunch of probes. He should be able to just pick up and get on out of here pretty soon. Looks like he's going to stick around. Scans to see where the army is. The army's moved down towards the 4th base. Dream not going to commit, though. It's out of there with 1 medevac worth of units. Oh my god, he's shooting his own stalker to kill the Widow Mine. He missed one Widow Mine, though. Oop. No, doesn't have a lot of probes over here. Does the Widow Mine spot the Dark Shrine? Not quite. Not quite.
Add-on complete.
Goes off. Gonna repower all these gateways. Once again shoots, I think, the same stalker. No, no, no. Oh, he kills the stalker. Oh, no, dude. Dream posturing on the top side of the map here. I like how that Disruptor Nova went out, and then he was like, I don't need that. Dream splitting his army up into 2 big groups. He has a very large army. 130 army supply. He's got +2 attack and +1 armor. He's up 1 upgrade from Zoun right now. Thing on the top side first. Nova's going out, getting a couple of those Widow Mines. Dream decides to lift up and go into the main base. Actually wouldn't hate to see this army chill around here, although I guess the Observer completely spots it. A couple of stalkers in here, but that's not going to be enough to defend this. He's going to take out the pylons again. He's actually not targeting anything down, just letting these units go for a little bit. There you go. Takes down the pylons. He powers a few gateways once again. I think he needs to pick up and get out of here, though. He's sticking around for so long. He's using all of the units. I like the idea of dropping and trading, but it feels like every time Dream does that, he sticks around and fights for a little bit. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. Colossi coming down from the high ground. They can walk between these bases freely. There's a lot of units here, and the EMP is a pretty big interference matrix on one of the Colossi. Helping a lot. Dream going to join up with a few more units, a few more medevacs. Oh, he's actually just going to lift up and try to go right back into the main base. This Widow Mine's getting more damage done. Never mind. Instead of going in the main base, just drops over here. Wow. Dream really keeping the pressure on Zoun right now. Zoun struggling a little bit to keep up with all of it, constantly taking damage. He's up a bunch of workers, but he is down in army supply. Tom's coming over to take this fight. But in the meantime, some buy units hitting on the top side as well. Super shield battery. Gonna keep Zoun alive for a little bit. Oh, Dream wants to go hit into the main base. Oh, but this is so dangerous. Oh my god, be careful. Zoun is right here. Oh, Zoun realizes that these medevacs are probably full, and guess what Dream doesn't have? A recall. We'll take down this planetary fortress. Dream pushing up the top side, but he's getting thwarted by this gateway force. There's another base here. There's 2 tanks from way earlier in the game getting some decent shots off. This base is in a lot of trouble. 8 SCVs going down. Dream gonna drop a few units on top of this base. Send the rest into the main base. There's a lot of stalkers warping in, which can get the medevacs. They're gonna need some support to actually fight the army. And Dream's moving through the center with a massive army. Zoun cleans up those 2 units that fell down. Anti-armor missile just dead center of this force. And Dream just has way too much here. Zoun cannot take this fight. Disruptor Novas are good, but I don't know if they're good enough. Okay, there's the rest of Zoun's army now. He can take this fight, but it looks like the Colossi are going to get caught on the bottom side. Really nice movement here from Dream. In the meantime, in the main base, DT's starting to clean up some of his force. A lot of damage has been done. 18 workers going down. Oh, the Disruptor's getting all picked off here, and Zoun is in a lot of trouble. He's down a lot of army supply. In the meantime, Dream only on 59 workers back at home. A lot of damage done on his side of the map, but he's still up in army supply. Zoun is still going to lose this base. Both players going to be on 4 bases. CC just needs to lift for now. And Dream goes back into the main. He is all about these big Doom drops. Gonna grab another pylon here. Constantly depowering these gateways. Nova's not connecting at all. Dream finding a nice little position back here. I criticized him earlier for staying in the main for too long. This time, it is the absolute correct decision. He is winning this fight right now. He's got to be careful of the medevacs, though, and he decides to lift up and get the majority of the units out of there. Really nicely done. DT's in a Warp Prism, however, getting some really solid damage on the other side of the map. These 2 DTs are well within scan range, but nothing there to shoot them. They're just on hold position right now. Just one getting a bunch of SCVs in natural. Whiffed EMP, actually. Not a lot of scan energy. That Raven that existed for so long went down a little earlier. And so these DTs are wreaking havoc in the bases. There's a turret here, but you know what there isn't here? Units. Or a planetary. Looks like all the DTs have finally been cleared up, except for this one. Down it goes. Oh my god, observer speed. Observers are so speedy. I want to see it move. Show it to me. Alright, hold on. Do we have any that are moving with the army? Kinda. Look how quick it is. It's so fast. Look at it go, dude. It's zooming. Oh my god. All right, we got a big engagement here. Dream wasn't ready for this. I don't really think that Zoun was either. We've got some blanket EMPs. Disruptor Nova's going off, and those EMPs are absolutely fantastic. Dream knows that he's trying to stutter step forward and get on top of these Colossi. He gets the last Disruptor. More EMPs go down to get on top of those Zealots. He's to burn this Widow Mine. It looks like Zoun will clean this up just barely. But there's units on the bottom side as well for Dream, and Zoun is not cleaning this up. Nice scan will, I guess, force the DTs to blink away. Zoun wins the top side fight, but loses the bottom side base, knocking him down to 3 bases with a 4th on the way. Not great as Dream is on 5 bases with more workers and more army supply and better upgrades. EMPs once again blanketing this force. Those Archons just disappear without EMPs. Super Shield Battery will save that Colossus. But for how long, to what end? GG gets called, and Dream starts the pullback here. Puts a point on the board. Decides not to go out without a fight. Although, that game was a hell of a fight. Zoun did not make it easy. Really, really struggling. But Dream was able to take it at the end. Able to clinch the victory. Take us to a game 4. He's still on his last legs here. Zoun's still on match point, still 1 game away from securing victory. I actually don't know if Zoun's won one of these before. Take a look. They have that page open still. I'm not seeing him. Not in the NA Cup. Maybe in Korea. Yeah, he's won 1 Korea Cup. Has not won an NA1 though. So this will be another little trophy on his wall, as it were. Does he even have a 2nd place? No, I don't think Zoun has played in too many of these, to be honest with you. As far as I can tell, he may have never played in one of the NA Cups. So Zoun looking to secure victory in his first NA Cup. And it will be his second ESL Open Cup victory. But certainly is not over yet. Let's hop into map number 4 here. We're going to Death Aura. And see if he can finish it off, spawning in the lower right-hand corner for Alpha X. It is our red Protoss player, Zoun. And his opponent in the upper left-hand corner for Brave Star Gaming. The blue Terran player, it is Dream. The openings for both these players have been pretty standard. I mean, there's been some variations. It's not like they're doing the exact same builds every time, but there hasn't been anything crazy. There have been no cheeses. There was an attempted proxy in game 1, right? Yeah, I think game 1. There was an attempted proxy by Dream, but it was thwarted immediately by Zoun's scout. And other than the proxy starport, which is probably the tamest of Terran cheeses, not even really a cheese, just kind of trying to hide what you're doing from the Protoss, which have been scouted. There hasn't been too much cheekiness here in this series. Both players very confident in their mid-game and their late game. And I mean, damn, it's been a hectic series, really back and forth between these guys. So I'm excited to see what game 4 brings us. I kind of hope Dream wins just so we get a game 5. The rest of the day went fairly quickly today. It's 9:30. Usually the earliest these end is at 9 for me, and the latest is around 10 or 10:30. So a game 5 would probably take us closer to 10. I wouldn't be too upset about that at all. In fact, I would rather it. As I'm saying all this, Zoun says, "You want proxies, Chicken Man? I'll give you some proxies. I'll make things a little bit interesting for you." Now, what is this going to be? This feels like a Stargate position. Yeah, there it is. There's the Stargate. Well, we got the cheeky bunker over here. Pelazur was doing this earlier today. Classic move. The Adept can try to stop it from happening. It looks like he will be able to kill this SCV before it finishes that bunker. Reaper in the meantime in the main base trying to get a probe kill, but not quite going to succeed. Down goes the Reaper. Dream trying to juke and jive. It's not quite working. That means that Reaper's not out on the map to potentially scout that Stargate either. So, as far as I'm aware, no idea that that's there. There's no reason to believe that something was missing from the main base. Actually, don't even think he got a full scout of this with the Reaper. So it's possible something was back here that Dream missed. Even if there wasn't, though. No reason to suspect this proxy, but the Cyclone's on the way out. It's going to be a little bit late to the party, though. The Oracle's already on its way across. It doesn't have to move across the whole map, just half of it. Let's see if this Oracle can get some swift justice done to Dream. He decides to go for the natural. Maybe a little safer. There are some Marines in the main base. Only gets 3 kills to start off with. A little bit of lost mining time there as well, but it gives time for the Cyclone to get out. Marines still defending the main. I feel like something was just being built there, but it's just the single Oracle. Actually following it up with the Twilight Council. A few Depths moving across the map, maybe to try to get some more damage done. Gonna be Blink out of that Twilight Council. Dream in the meantime getting another Cyclone out. Gonna grab a Viking as well to make sure he can kill this, hopefully. The Adept shade in, shade past the bunker. Gonna grab a handful of SCVs here. Looks like they will be cleaned up. Down goes the Oracle in the corner of the map in a shower of sparks. Beautiful. This is actually a really pretty area for a shower of sparks to happen. Dream decides he wants to go for a counter push. He's got a lot of stuff here. Big group of Marines. They don't have stim or combat shields or anything, but hell, Marines still be pretty good. spots this proxy, trying to make another oracle. It is not going to successfully make another oracle. Is it though? Nope. So close and yet so far. Zoun getting a couple of stalkers locked onto. He tries to micro against them, but the nice scan on the high ground gives Dream the vision he needs. He's a man with vision. Zoun on the other side of the map is dropping a proxy gateway. He wants to do a big ol' stalker push here, I think. I don't know if Dream can push through this. A lot of stalkers starting to warp in. Double shield battery here. This is going to be a big blink all in from Zoun. He's not planning on taking that third anytime soon, but Dream is putting pressure on before Zoun is ready, before Blink is ready. And he's starting to make these shield batteries do their work. Gateway's at the front starting to go down. Zoun try to pick off whatever he can. Ooh, I like the bunkers. I like the bunkers a lot. Robo being dropped. Further shield batteries being dropped as well. Zoun needs to hold on here. He's got charged on the way now. He's got a lot of gateways. A couple more coming up in the main. He's going to send a few stalkers after the siege tank. Siege tank taking a lot of hits, staying alive for a while. It finally goes down. It looks like both the bunkers are going to get up. Oh, as I say that, one of them doesn't quite finish. The other one finishes up, but it's going to take a lot of damage right away. Blink control here from Zoun is really nice. A Liberator and a secondary siege tank here to help pressure forward. The tank sieged a little bit too far back. There's not enough SCVs to keep this bunker repaired. But the stalkers are forced backwards, so the bunker stays up. At least for now. Cycle knock on still very dangerous here. As are the landed Vikings. I like the charge lots. I think charge lots are going to be quite good against this. Might need to see a few stalkers blink down to the low ground. Try to just hit with more of a concave. Oh, but with the second tank here, Dream is continuing to press his advantage. He's got a third CC going down behind all of this. So even if he gets cleaned up, he might be able to maintain an economic advantage. Beautiful lock on that pylon. Gonna take out the forward pylon. It doesn't depower anything. There's plenty of backup pylons for Zoun. It's still very annoying. And actually, puts Zoun closer to a supply block. Zoun's gonna try to crash through this. I think he should be able to, but it's gonna be a little bit messy. Super shield battery helping him quite a bit though. This tank a little bit late to the party. Dream actually holding on a lot better than I expected him to. Trading really, really well. Like I said, yeah, it was messy. Dream pulling everything back. Zoun's gonna go for the full counter push here. Don't think it's gonna work as well as he wants it to though. Let's take a look. Combat shields is on the way. Stim is done. Tank on the high ground. Bunker's going down on the low ground. Dream knows he needs to hold. Zoun, he's putting down a third base behind this. So if he decides to pull back, it could be okay. But economically, he's not in a great position. The bunkers aren't up yet though. Oh, but look at that choke point for the Zealots to go into. And either of the bunkers get up. That's going to be a really big deal here. It looks like the answer might just be no. Siege tank finishing up. Finds a nice little position to be in. Oh, the scan to see the observer, but there's no Marines to shoot it. The blink forward here, but the observer went away, so the stalkers take a lot of damage before killing that tank. The bunker dies. But I think Dream is actually going to hold here. Maybe. Yeah, he's got a few more units coming down. Dream hold. He's got his third CC finished up. Liberator going to siege up. A bunker done as well. And another scan from Dream to make sure he gets that observer. Now Zoun has a third base about to finish up. 27 SCVs died during all of that, though. That is a big bit of damage for Dream. His third CC is a little bit faster than Zoun's third base, but man, that really hurts economically. Zoun building a forge now, getting a Temple Archives, taking forward a little bit. I mean, they traded armies almost completely. Trade slightly better for Dream, but again, down so many workers. And Zoun was actually mining better through a lot of that earlier game stuff too. Stalkers get a couple more SCVs, just keeping Dream in that pit of low worker count hell. At least Stalkers paying for it with their life. Finally, the Stargate will actually go down completely. Single Marine going to come in here and get a scout on what's going on. Gets one kill. What a baller. Storm on the way here for Zoun. +1 started up. That is something Dream has. Zoun doesn't, is that +1, but he's not going for armor just yet, or armory, or anything. So, needs to get that going if he wants to maintain an upgrade lead. Zoun gonna grab a 4th base. No 4th CC just yet for Dream. But he still doesn't have a good 3-base saturation even, so got a ways to go. Ooh, that is a beautiful storm, but a great split from Dream. Need some more storms here. That's a nice storm. Couple of juicy storms on this ramp. Is it gonna be enough though? Dream still has these units laying out damage. He's got to stutter step backwards. He can't afford any splash damage. These units are all so low. The Bioforce is actually really, really small here and needs some healing juice. But the medevacs are out, man. Zoun has a scout of what's going on, this observer overhead. He's actually going to see this. He might try to get a couple units on the backside. Dream trying to run away. Looks like he will successfully get away. Really need some healing up on this army, though. Yeah. Ooh, Liberator being annoying in the meantime. Only gets 1 kill. That's a lot of lost mining time. Well, looks like it's going to move around. Siege up back in the corner here so it doesn't move with any F2s. Dream doesn't know about this gateway, I don't think, so it'd be nice if he could clear it up. 4th CC only just now starting for Dream. God, he's so far behind in terms of income. He had a little bit of a jump there when those probes were not mining, but can go right back to Zoun's favor. Ghosts on the way. Really needs those ghosts to EMP the High Templar and the rest of the army. I mean, Archons, Zealots, even Stalkers, it all takes a lot of damage to EMP. It's incredibly good, especially with the recent, I guess it's not recent anymore, but with this upgrade, increased range of, not range, but splash damage radius. Liberator comes back in, gets 6 kills, 7 kills. Almost that 8th one, not quite though. Not horseshoes or hand grenades, almost doesn't count. Zealots come in and grab 5 SCV kills as well. So keeping that worker count low for Dream, just as Dream gets a little bit of something in his favor. Zoun's like, no, smacks him. Dream is up quite a bit of army supply. And as he starts getting ghosts in with the army, the very good form needs to EMP these units. Should be a prism somewhere with storm drops. I know that was somewhere over here. Dream's gonna keep pushing forward. He doesn't have any ghosts with his composition, so he's got to be careful. Yeah, beautiful storm drops there. Zealot over here gonna be slightly annoying. Another nice storm drop. We have double Colossus production right now for Zoun. He's going into multiple forms of splash damage. Thermal Lance on the way. He wants to surprise Dream. He wants Dream to take a fight and not know there's going to be like 3 or 4 Colossi in the fight. That's the ideal here for Zoun. That's a good feeling as Protoss when you realize the Terran just does that like stutter step move of, I'm going to get you, and then scans and is like, never mind, I'm running away. Nice Widow Mine. And yeah, Dream definitely going to get caught off guard. He's got no Vikings in the sky. He's not building them. I don't even think he has extra starports right now. Just a single starport. actually not on a lot of buildings. He's got a couple more racks coming up right now, but he definitely needs more production. Yeah, look at how much money he's floating right now. He needs to get that production going like yesterday. Scans to make sure there isn't an observer here. He's actually going to have 5 medevacs over here for a big drop. Dream has been loving drops. To combine it with him, I think he should. EMP's the high tempo, but there's still a storm available. Bio gets pushed back here. This big 5 medevac drop in the main base. Not often we see that many medevacs go in there. The Dream likes to make it happen. Colossi coming up, starting to clean some stuff up here. Ooh, maybe getting a little caught on the top side by themselves though. Not a lot of support here. One of them gets taken out. Dream loses the majority of his army though. Not the greatest trades when you're doom dropping usually. Looks like this base gets canceled. Oh my god, prison, be careful. We've got DTs coming out now though. Shadow Stride on the way as well. The DTs are like, hey, what's up guys? Hey, what's up guys? Just crushes through those ghosts. All those units going down. Recalls a few of the DTs out of there. Dream's army's just a little too small over here to take a great fight. Ooh. Nice pickups to try to get out of there. Takes a lot of damage from those storms. Another force cancel though. Dream taking a 5th base, and Zoun has not been allowed to just yet. Nice scan. The DT is getting all cleaned up on the top side. That's such a tough thing to do as Dream. To actually recognize there's DTs attacking you, having a scan available, and the APM to make sure to take them out. Upgrades are actually pretty much dead even right now. Yeah, pretty close. I think Dream is, I guess, slightly ahead, but it's very, very similar in terms of upgrades. Ship weapon upgrades coming out now for Dream. It's going to help him if he makes Vikings. We have another 5 medevac drop, this time with 2 Liberators. He's going to scan the main base, telegraphing exactly what he wants to do. One of the Liberators is going to go down. Decent storm, I guess, to help get the second Liberator. But this is still a lot of damage potential. Looks like the Cyber Core is going to fall. Gonna have to replace that. I don't know if Zoun's realized it yet. At some point, you realize it. Oh, I love getting the Dark Stride. I think that's a fantastic choice here for Dream. Big EMP is on all the army. And actually, Dream's taking a pretty decent fight up here. In the meantime, he's pressing in down on the low ground. He's actually going to drop and join up with this. Zoun's out of position. The Colossi are going to be the first to arrive here, but there's no more support for them anymore. They're going to have to stutter step backwards. One of them goes down. A second one gets very low. It goes down as well, and Dream is taking a fantastic fight. Oh, man. Storm drops. Not drops, just storms on top of everything. But a lot of probes going down here. Dream doing devastating damage to Zoun's base. Dream is up 50 supply right now, and as he crushes through in the main as well, I think we might see a tap out here from Zoun. Dream is in a very, very good position. His base is devoid of probes. Dream gets sent backwards, but he's sent back into an army that's 40 supply higher than that of Zoun's. Finally, the whole ground force gets cleaned up. Zoun gets control of his bases again, but he's at 47 probes. I love that from Zoun. He's been very consistent about killing Widow Mines in his base that way. Although I guess he didn't realize this one was here, but still really nice stuff. Zoun's going to try to jump in on top of this. EMP goes down on those Zealots. Oh, there's a storm. Really nice storm. But is it enough? The High Templar goes down. The Colossus gets pretty low. He's alive, though, for now. Ooh, EMP on this Immortal. He's got 3 hit points. And Dream just continuing to flood units through. He's taking a 6th base. He's got more CCs coming up. Dream is in a borderline unlosable position. Zoun doesn't even have disruptors for the comeback. Disc. Hey, there's that cybernetic quarterback. I don't think he ever remade the Dark Shrine, though. Ooh, big EMP. I think there's only not even one storm available yet. And that DT, or the High Templar, gets its storm off, but a big surround. GG gets called, and Dream is taking us to a game 5. I asked for it. And the Chicken Man always gets what he asks for. That's right. That's why I don't ask for much, though, because otherwise it wouldn't be true. Dream already pulled a reverse sweep on Mana earlier today. He was down 2-0 here against Zoun. Can he do a second reverse sweep against a Protoss? Is Dream the kind of player that keeps the drama alive for us? He knew he can win. He's just making it interesting. I don't know, man. These games have been really, really exciting. We're going to Romanticide for our final game of the series. See if Dream can clinch it, get the full reverse sweep, or now I'm going to be able to hold on. Find out. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right, let's get into it. I'm ready for it. Another nice 20-minute game. Games have been good, man. They've been really, really exciting. Two. We're all tied up. Two. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, the red Protoss player for Alpha X. It is Zoun. And his opponent in the lower right for Brave Star Gaming, the Blue Terran, is Dream. Dream making it to the finals, but not Nightmare. One day I'd like to cast Dream versus Nightmare. Just for the memes. Alright, take a deep breath. Relax a little bit as we get started in the early game here. Things going to be a little bit chill. We get into this game number 5. You know, it's tough to diagnose. There's no easy, clear way for either player to win. It's just been so back and forth, so hectic, where it feels like they're getting to the armies they want to get to. And they're just trying to keep the pressure on the opponent. And whoever is able to get more damage done, take better trades, wins the game. And I know that seems so simple, but that's what makes it so difficult to play the way these players play. That's what makes StarCraft at the highest level the most difficult game in the world, is that it's so simple and yet just the most difficult thing. Because it's simple doesn't make it easy, right? All you have to do is defend against those multi-prong attacks and the doom drops better, and make sure to get some more DTs and zealots on the other side of the map, doing more more SCV damage, and then boom, Zoun, easy peasy, you win. It's like none of that is easy. That is so difficult, and he knows that, right? There's no like, oh, Zoun didn't scout this, Zoun doesn't know about that. He knows exactly what he needs to do, but the execution for both, and this is true for both players, is so difficult at these the highest level here. I mean, these guys are playing an absolutely stellar TVP. I don't know how much analyzing I can do of these games. It's not like the strategies are insanely unique or bringing something new to the table. These guys are just really damn good at StarCraft. That's what it comes down to. And Dream is actually going for a very quick third CC build. This is something we've seen. We actually saw this earlier from Hero Marine today. Yeah, see it occasionally. And yeah, the second barracks going to be before factory. So Dream should be able to get up a pretty decent bio army with a third CC. And the way I like to look at this is a lot of times you'll see Terran trying to do early game damage to a Protoss economy. We've seen Dream consistently do Hellion drops or Hellion run-bys, and Widowmine drops have been common for years. And that's because, well, Protoss can generally get a better economy than the Terran. But with this build, Dream doesn't need to do that. He can skip straight to bio, and he can just build as many SCVs as he can and usually keep pretty close to the Protoss in terms of economy. That's what we're seeing here. Of course, this build has its weaknesses, but I think Dream has recognized that Zoun hasn't been doing anything that will really just crush this build. It's worth taking that little bit of a risk. As we're here in Game 5, it all comes down to this one. I like the Marines kind of just hiding back here. Even if you have health bars on, like, it might be kind of tough to see like how many Marines there are. What's going on? Stim on the way. I think we're going to see the starport swap to this reactor, unless he just wants to make Widow Mines. Oh, bit of a supply block. Feels bad, man. Happens to the best of us. The 64 supply block. Absolute classic, dude. Phoenix on the way here. We're moving across the field now. 4 Phoenix. Gonna be a 5th one popping out for Zoun. I don't think we're gonna see any more than that. Usually 4 is around the number you get. 5 makes a little bit of sense, but any higher than that and Phoenix start losing value against Terran. You really just need a few. Handful of Marines out to try to shoo these guys away. Zoun, I think, spotted this third CC. So he knows that economically, Dream is doing a pretty solid job here. And Dream, as Stim finishes, +1 finishes, and he has Medivacs out, he's planning to move across the map. Now, these Phoenixes could see that as an opening, or they could see that as time to go home. We'll see where Zoun wants to go with it. Dream, as I'm saying all this, Dream decides not to move out. There he goes. There he goes. Turn everything up. He's going to go for a big double drop. I see. Ooh, Medivacs taking some fire here. One of them's going to go down. Phoenix gets shoved away from doing anything more. Double drop Medivacs coming in. Now, of course, the thing you combine with Phoenixes is Colossus. Classic. So Zoun has 1 Colossus out, 2nd one on the way. None of this is in position to deal with this drop. He's going to go for the recall. That's probably on the Phoenixes. Dream, if he wants to get out of here, he's got to go now, but that's a lot of Phoenixes. Remember when I said usually you make like, what, 3 or 4? We got a lot of Phoenixes here, which does mean that this drop that's a permanent drop. He ain't getting out of there. Dream just has to trade, and that is not a good trade. A little unfortunate. A really nice recall there for Zoun. He's up to 7 Phoenixes. I gotta say, I almost never see that. Oh my god, he's getting +1. All right, so Zoun is going way harder on the Phoenixes than I'm used to seeing, but I love that he's getting +1. I have a feeling we're gonna see Zoun start to go into Sky Toss in a little bit here, which is very exciting. We almost never see that against Terran. But you don't get +1 just for Phoenixes. You get +1 for Phoenixes, and there it is. The Fleet Beacon, 2nd Stargate going down. Zoun pretty happy on 2 Colossi. 3rd one coming out. Feeling pretty comfortable. Does have an observer over here that I think spotted that this move out was potentially happening, but I don't know if he knows that it's actually very much happening. This is a lot of bio here for Dream. It's on 1-1 as well. All right, Zoun's out on the map now with his Phoenixes. Charge is about halfway done. +1 is about halfway done, so Zoun's not going to have any of that when this attack hits. Unless Dream postures for the next 1.5 years. 3rd Stargate on the way as well. We have the first carrier on the way out. Zoun needs to not die before then. How many sentries does he have? Okay, 3 sentries, a lot of energy. Force fields will be really key if Dream commits. Dream's not committing, though. And actually, I think Dream had a great opportunity there to get some damage done. But as it is now, Zoun's going to be able to get carriers out without any, without too much opposition, I guess I should say. These first 2 carriers should be able to get out. The big problem for Zoun is the lack of a third, or fourth, excuse me. The lack of a fourth base is really a bit of a problem for him. Ooh, and I think Dream wants to go for a drop. The Observer spots that, and Dream spots the Observer, knows going for the drop. Probably not the best idea. Down takes his 4th base. Oh, that is a dangerous base to take. As the army is posturing right over here. Yeah, he's going to have to cancel that base immediately. Is the danger of going for carriers. But as soon as these 3 carriers pop, Zoun's army is going to be not big, but very dense. Very, very densely good army. 3 Colossi, 3 carriers. That's it's like a really good core of the army. Oh my god, another cancel immediately. I'm just glad he got the cancel off. Dream splitting his army up, hitting on 2 fronts. And Zoun does not have the kind of army that can deal with that. The problem with dense armies is they do not split well at all. This attempted 4th base, that one does not get canceled. Dream just cleans that up. He's going to go for the drop in the main. His Phoenix spots that. We've got carriers heading towards the main to try to deal with it. Maybe not. They stop in the 3rd. Looks like Zoun didn't realize this drop was happening, but carriers should be able to clean it up fairly easily. Only a couple of Marines here. Drops go down all over the place, but actually, Zoun seems to be handling every single little force Dream throws at him. And this is very worrisome for Dream. What Dream needed to do right here was pick Zoun apart. He needed to get 4 probes over here and a pylon. He needed to depower Stargate and get a few probes in here and a couple pylons. He needed to get more probes down here, maybe sniper robo. He needed to get damage everywhere. He killed like 2 probes and traded with some zealots. That is not good because this army of Zoun is just going to get better and better. It's just going to build on itself. And Dream's army of Bio is never going to be as good at it in a straight up fight. Never going to be as good as it. That's what I was trying to say. So that's a problem for Dream. Now this army is still quite good. I mean, obviously, it's a strong Bio army. But as more carriers come out, what's the carrier count at right now? 4. With 3 more on the way and plus 2 about to finish for the carriers. That's going to be a really strong air army. And the first couple of Vikings are just now starting. He's going to have, what, 4 Vikings when these pop? I'm a little worried for Dream. I'm a little worried for Dream. Zoun has so far done a really great job. He's got vision all over the place. And so far, nothing Dream has done has really got to him. He delayed the 4th base by a little bit, but now Dream's got that up. He's got a 5th on the way. Or Zoun has a 5th on the way, so does Dream. But talking hard, casting hard, guys. Again, that vision's so important here. Zoun knows exactly what's going on. He sees the army moving that way, and he sees the other smaller force down there. So he can leave a couple carriers, maybe a few zealots with it. He's not sending them down to that 5th base, though, so maybe he hasn't quite realized that just yet. This base might be forced to be canceled. That's really too bad for Zoun, who's just about to finish. He needs to split his army. These armies aren't that big. He absolutely can split the army. Phoenix can come up to clear up the Vikings and push away this drop. Dreams should be pretty happy with the fact that he canceled his 5th base. That should be very nice for him as his is about to finish up. He knows he's on a better economy. Again, I just worry about the army composition here for Dream. Not quite as good as it is for Zoun, but Dreams is getting better. He's getting more Vikings out. He's got +2 on the way for his Air Force. He's got 3-3 on the way. Got another Starport coming up, rather. 10 Vikings out. A lot of it's going to come down to the engagement. I don't know if we have Storm. I think so. Disruptors, yeah. I think disruptors are the better choice, getting those robo units. Otherwise, EMP just becomes even stronger. The real thing here is Zoun has stopped Dream from doing just those massive Doom drops in his main base. Having this many Phoenix out, especially with +2, +3 is actually very close to being done for these Phoenixes. Dropping just becomes almost impossible. It's so difficult. I think Dream needs to get a couple more bases up and keep on pressuring. Zoun building a lot of static defense at these bases. He just killed one of his own units. Not sure what. But he needed to open up some supply. Both players pretty much maxed right now. Dream wants to move in with a drop, but he's questioning it. He's questioning it, and it's good of him to question it because there's 3 Phoenixes over here. Oh my god, Zoun is getting tectonic destabilizers. So if he gets Tempest out, they'll be good against buildings. That's really helpful right now. That's a good upgrade to have, I guess, later on in the game. It's really good for Tempests. Darkshine coming up as well. He's gonna grab an Oracle so he can tag armies. Reveal things like Widow Mines, perhaps. Protection's gonna be really important. I like that he's mining this through. I think that's great for army movement. Zealot's trying to run by down here, but Dream catches it. A few Adepts just standing in vision of Dream. They're just taunting Dream. Come and get us, boys. Oh, we've got our first nuke of the game. As this ghost is going to start clearing out some of these cannons. Looks like the nuke will land. Ooh, the army. A little bit close to that nuke. Oh my god, it doesn't land. I can't believe it. That was so close. Dream expanding towards the top side. Observer here for Zoun, spotting a lot of this army movement. Really, really nice stuff. That's a cheeky Widow Mine. We do have those Tempests on the way. How did that Archon get stuck? How long was this Archon there? It must have been recalled there or something. Or maybe he accidentally morphed the Archon in the mineral line. I don't know. That's crazy. TT Blink on the way. Shadow Stride. Sick upgrade, dude. Sick upgrade, dude. Both players just macroing like crazy. Just taking bases all over the map. Trying to expand more and more. No Widow Mine gets a kill. Probably a probe sent down there. DT gonna go down to clear it. Shoot me. I'm invisible. Well, look at that observer speed, dude. I love watching observer speed. What is it called? It's like gravitic boosters? Gravitron boosters or something like that? Oh, come on, Zoun. Oh, come on. That was so close. There you go. He gets it. Clears it up. Dream's got planetaries all over the place here. Should see him taking this base pretty soon as well. Actually gonna put an orbital there? Nope. Decides to build a new CC. Start from scratch. I want it to be a planetary. Ghost diving in here. Wants to get a nuke down. Ooh, gonna drop a nuke over here. Oh, that must have died immediately. Bio Army come down here as well. Down caught completely off guard. He's gonna lose this base. Oh, no, just let that nuke land. Just let it land. Alright. He lets it land. Loses a few probes, loses a few bits of static defense. Ooh, Dream immediately drops another one. He's in an observer with this. Zoun, be careful, yo. Be careful. Well, oh, that's a beautiful nuke. This goes with 28 kills. Commander Ghost, dude. And Dream trying to hit in a few different spots at once. Not working all that well, though. That is a massive air army. So many Vikings in this army. Base is canceled down here. Zoun down to 56 workers. That does mean he can replace that with army, though. He's fully maxed. He doesn't have a lot that's good against Vikings, though. Let's take a look. He's got a couple of Archons with this. None of this is particularly great against Vikings. Oh, DT's blink in on top of the planetary. They will absolutely get that. Grab a few SCVs as well. Zoun getting some comparable damage done. Single DT runs in. Runs out. Just a little bit of tit for tat here. Don't think Zoun wants to engage this air army. This army is insane. 28 Vikings and 8 Liberators. I'll tell you guys, we don't usually see Liberator anti-air be a big factor, but splash damage is pretty huge. A couple of Phoenix being sacrificed for something else Zoun wants. I think if Zoun had a couple of High Templar here for Storms, that would be very useful. There's some bio up here. Dream is ready for the blink in this time. He knows something's coming. Open scans. EMP is nice EMP. The blink away. Oh, but the invisible unit killing the invisible units. Another scan. Oh, Dream not really paying attention on this side, though. He needs to focus down those carriers. Got enough Vikings to just do that. And we've got the full trade here. I think these Liberators need to be unsieged. Actually, I'm not a big fan of the sieged Liberators. I don't really know what their purpose is. Like, killing the ground army is great and all, but that's an air versus air battle right now. You just need those Liberators unsieged. They do a lot of damage to clumped units. Oh, cheeky blink to get away from the mine, and the Observer's gonna speedy boy its way over here to clean that mine up. Dream really doesn't want to lose this planetary. A good way to do that too, sometimes you can build the turrets or even just like supply depots and engineering bays around this, so melee units have a tough time getting good surface area on the planetary. It can be kind of worth it. I don't know if it works that well against Blink DPs though. Now the Tempests here are really nice to keep chipping away at the Viking count, especially with the Oracle tags. Vikings coming back in. Some EMPs going down. One of the carriers getting taken out. And the Observer. 16 SCVs just went down though. Oh, that was at this base. Oh man. Another base goes down here for Dream. Dream finally trying to get this one set up. I feel like he could have had this a long time ago. He's been protecting it. The nice thing about having this base is it really helps you protect the one behind it. It's tough to hit that as the Protoss. Zoun has never retaken this one. I guess he's content with the bases up top. He's got some High Templar now. Storm on the way. Yeah, I love Storm here. I think that's a fantastic choice. Got a nuke on the top side of the map. This is a real big fight. These nukes are going to go completely uncontested. Oh man, Vikings absolutely pushing this back. Storm not ready yet to help. Bioforce is going to get the finish here on this base, it looks like. Nothing to stop it. DTs run in, but they run into the Liberator zone and they will die. Zoun's trying to push here, but he does not have the superior air army. Still a whole bunch of Vikings. Really nice targeting from Dream so far this game. One-shotting a few of those big, hefty air units. Taking out a lot of the interceptors as well. And I think Dream in the long game is looking really nice here. Zoun's got a bunch of money in the bank. He's starting to spend. That's a decent Storm. Push these units back. But Zoun loses a base, and Dream is retaking. He's taken every base on his side of the map. Zoun, he's really not mining very much right now. We take a look at the income graph. Pretty back and forth, but a big swoop down here as Dream takes a big economic advantage. Dream's also floating a lot of gas. Not much for him to spend it on, but Zoun trying to push through the toughest part of this army to push through. He really wants to get something done. Nice Storm, nice Disruptor Nova actually gets a couple of ghosts. Carriers falling on the retreat here. There's just nothing to stop it. This is the purpose of the Archons here. And maybe even a few Stalkers is to make it so that Dream can't just keep chasing. I'd also love to see Zoun push with shield batteries too. I mean, you know, make a nice position with shield batteries so the Vikings, try as they might, can't do too much. Oh my god, so many probes just not mining at all. They're finally going to get back to mining at this base, but that's such a big deal. Zoun has not been mining from this base for so long. Finally gets back to it, going to even things up a little bit in terms of income. Dream using the mobility of his army to hit this base, which is finally back to mining. EMPs all the shield batteries. He's going to go for the Nexus. The recall will finish up. Oh, DT's on the backside. And he gets his whole army caught. Now, what do you do here with this army? Do you move it up, try to deal with the air army? I think you have to. But Zoun has caught Dream very out of position. Oh my god, what the hell are these disruptors doing? I guess they didn't come as part of the recall. Oh, Vikings got to be careful. Turn these Archons around. Turn these Archons around. You turn these Archons around right now, goddammit, or I swear I'll turn this car around. Archons are key here, of course. EMPs and a couple of bio units can make short work of an Archon. Oh, we got some big Disruptor Novas coming out. They're kind of whiffing, though, but they force the army to go backwards. Really pushing Dream back here. EMPs hitting pretty nicely on Zoun's army. Looks like this base is not going to be too long for this world. Get an Archon on the way out, though. It's down a sensor tower. I'm a little surprised Dream isn't pushing on the bottom. I guess he's just afraid of losing his army up here. Losing his bases up here. Oh, what a game, man. For a long time, it felt like Dream was actually just pushing for the win. But now that he's lost a base, taking a couple not so good trades to keep the trades fairly even here, Zoun retaking this one. He's back to mining a good amount. Feels like Zoun has put himself in the driver's seat a little bit. He's still in a tough spot, though. Make no mistake. Small Bioforce down here. Gonna come try to clean this up. Super Shield Battery turns on to help defend it, but nukes earlier cleared this all-static defense on the lower side. And another nuke is coming down here. I don't know if Zoun's realized it. The big fight happening in the middle. Oh my god, those storms are huge on the Vikings, though. And that's going to be enough for Zoun to keep pushing forward. This nuke lands the shield battery, actually keeping this Archon alive for a little bit. I'm surprised Zoun stopped pushing. I mean, I guess the repair from a few of these SCVs is quite nice. Those storms were real big. Now I'm going to try to shell at some of the static defense. Need some air splash damage, man. The Archon's running forward into the lip zones. That is not ideal. Vikings moving forward, but it's not enough to actually win the fight anymore. This nuke lands once again, killing a few more probes. The worker count for both players is actually terrible. The income is pretty even, and it's terrible for both players. Army supplies are falling. Dream has to pull back, though. He needs to get more units out. He's going for battle cruisers. I like the idea of this switch. I feel like it's coming at a bad time, though. He's almost mined out this base completely. Dream is basically just on these two bases right now. He doesn't have a lot of mining. Battle cruisers are very expensive. Not a good trade for Dream, or for Zoun, rather. But Zoun's air army is still very nice looking. 5 Tempest, 4 carriers. Doesn't have any storms left. Oh my god, it's a detection here. This ghost. Oh, disruptor. Oh my god, he gets it. Whew. That was way closer than I think anybody wanted it to be. I'm happy to see a few Stalkers, just some gateway units warped in here. I think late game, you can't discount the efficacy of just simple gateway units. Just the same way that Dream is really utilizing these barracks units. So I'm trying to push into this 4th base here. It's very fortified, though. Gonna be really tough for Zoun to make too much headway. Again, this base is so low I don't know if it's even worth going into, but he wants to try to take the fight. The Liberation Zone's making it so tough for this ground army to push through. So I'm going to go for the recall. Try to clear this base up. Dream skedaddles out of there. Oh man, he's getting some big carrier pickoffs on the retreat. This is kind of insane. Neither player mining all that well. This drop will eventually get cleaned up, probably, but it's doing some good damage right now. Zoun trying to take this bottom side base. PCs haven't been too effective. I mean, they're helping in the defense here, but they haven't done anything spectacular so far. Another nice Widow mine up here. Just chilling, just waiting for its opportunity to shine. Both players still on very low worker counts. These medevacts are both so low on hit points, but we can get a few more probe kills. Probe can finally go back to mining. Players rotating around towards the bottom side with their armies. Actually, Dream stand up towards the top side. He has not recognized that Zoun's moving down towards the bottom again. There's not a lot of static defense here anymore. I think Zoun might be able to push through and take out one or even both of these bases. Dream very far out of position. Dream's up in supply right now, though. He's moving around the top side with his BCs. That's a lot less firepower in this main army fight. Ooh, these lib zones are so tough to push through, and the Viking count is really nice here. There's no recall available for Zoun, and I think Dream knows that. He saw the recall earlier. Zoun has to choose what to do here. He's going to go in. There's so many Marines here, though. I don't think there's a Colossus left either. That is really important. The Disruptor's not getting great shots off. BC's getting damaged on the other side of the map, and Dream has put himself in a fantastic position, up 50 supply, and it's all in army. It's mostly in army. Dream's gonna try to take another base up here, floating his main CC on the very long float towards the top side base. DT has something to say about that. BC's continuing to get damage done, and Dream has gone back to the basics. He's made a bunch of Marines, and there's not much here great against Marines except for these Disruptors. The rest of this actually just straight up dies to Marines. So fantastic choice here from Dream. He warps the BCs back over here. I think he can go take a fight now. Oh my god, the Tempests are so far out of position. Not that they're the biggest source of DPS here in Zoun's army, but those 5 Tempests are a key part of it, and they're just chilling way up here. They need to come down and be a part of this fight. Dream is going to be able to take this base down. Sieges up the Liberators so he can take a good fight. A lot of Zealots in this army, but the bio here for Dream. Neither player really wants to take the fight. They're both very reticent. Oh my god, I love that nuke though. That's it, you're taking the fight nuke, and he is taking the fight. Decent Disruptor Nova. BC's starting to go down a little bit as well. Tempests are fantastic against BCs. I feel like there might be too many Tempests here. Again, there's nothing good against Marines. Is it time to start building Colossi? Zoun pushes back and actually evens up the supply by quite a bit. Really, shockingly, Zoun is able to stay in this game. I thought he was gone for sure. Looks like some DTs maybe up on the top side, but the massive Mule Hammer. Zoun wants to keep pressuring. Ooh, nice Disruptor Nova. That's going to allow him to take this base down. No, he decides not to dive for it, actually. Server's trying to find nice little positions to move into. Now he will take this base down. Dream moving some stuff up towards the top side to try to defend it. He actually evacuates both of these bases. He's just going to give them to Zoun. Oh my god, he's pulling everything up towards the top side. Everything he has. And Zoun has completely now closed the army supply gap. Well, just the supply gap in general. Zoun only on 33 workers, trying to retake this base. It's not happening. It's not happening. Dream says, no, I want this base. Look at the turrets going down here. He says, these bases are mine, dude. This one's pretty much completely gone, but there's actually a lot left at this base. And Zoun a little bit hesitant to push in here. He doesn't want to take a fight. He's just going to lose. Observers flying to their death. Takes out those rocks very quickly, thanks to the tectonic destabilizers on the Tempest. That's their anti-structure upgrade. Again, not a lot of support for these sky units of Zoun against the Vikings. I do like the shield batteries here. I think shield batteries and cannons are going to be better support than most things. We finally have a big drop out of Dream. He's been wanting to do it all game. Oh, never mind. He turns around. Damn, I was hoping this would be his chance. This is a very dangerous position. Dream wants to take this base, but I don't know if he can hold it. I mean, he is in Zoun's side of the map. There are cannons here. There are shield batteries. He can't commit past his own static defense. And he doesn't have a lot of area to fall back to. It's not like he can stutter step backwards here. He's kind of trapped himself in the corner. Zoun says, you're going to take my base? Fine, I'll take yours too. And it's actually just in range of Dream's sensor tower, but Zoun don't care. Takes another turret out. Yeah, Zoun really finding some value up here with his late game army, and Dream is really hesitant to take this fight. He's really hesitant to go in. There's still too much ground army here, and he actually is going to give up. He just spent all this money securing this location. He's just going to straight give it up. He can't hold it. At the same time, Dream trying to attack down here. It looks like the Zealots are actually going to clean up this Marine attack. And Dream went from being in what looked like a winning position to slightly behind here. His switch back into Marines felt like such a good call at first, but all of a sudden, Zoun is holding on. Fighting back. Oh man, Dream losing a base once again. He can't afford to lose it. This is the last base that he can lose. He's basically not mining anywhere else. He's re-landing command centers over here to try to take that. Not a lot of splash damage. The 5 disruptors trying to shoot out their Novas. Look at the bio though. The splits here from Dream are so good, and he's crashing through this. Oh my god, the disruptors all go down. No more splash damage. It's just up to the Tempest, and Tempest don't have enough hit points to stand up to Marines like this. And just when I thought Zoun was in a great position, he loses absolutely everything. Dream crashing forward. The Zealot warp in. But I don't think it's quite enough Zealots to actually win the fight here. Oh man, it makes it way closer than I expected. But Zoun down to 44 supply. Dream down to 73. He's got another big group of Marines here. Oh my god, neither player is mining very much at all. These incomes are terrible. But Zoun has a fully mining base over here, which is something Dream doesn't really have right now. He's got a few mules landed. He's got a lot of mules landed. Wow, there are 14 mules on the map right now. Zoun's moving out and around with these forces. I don't think he can afford to do that. Ah, man. And Dream is up a lot of army supply. You know what? If this was earlier on in the game, this would definitely look like a good position for Dream. Zoun trying desperately to get some sort of army together, but he's not going to have enough here. Trying to get some storm up, like 2 decent storms on this Bioforce would be fantastic. But he needs the energy for it first, and these High Templar, they're almost there. Not quite. Takes out that base. Zealot in the meantime, getting a few SCV kills. Again, the economy for these players is pretty abysmal. These worker counts haven't been this low since they were on 2 bases. But man, what an intense game. Storm is ready now. Are there ghosts on the field? There's 1 ghost. It does not have enough for an EMP. No more ghosts on the way. Dream hasn't been mining gas in about 100 years. He's finally started again mining gas from these Vespene geysers so he can get ghosts up. He desperately needs an EMP. because Storm's going to be really huge here. But oh my god, this concave is way too much, I think, for Zoun to hold on to. There's one more Storm available. It's got to be the most money Storm of all time. And that ain't it. Oh my god, but he made another Colossus. Is it going to be enough? The answer is no, and it looks like Zoun's going to lose his only mining base at this point. He's holding on, but just barely holding on with these units. Tempest's going to get caught on the backside. Not that it's the most impactful unit anymore. Probe's coming off the line to fight, but 3-3 Bio is crashing through, and I think we finally hit the end. Zoun down to 20 supply. The most insane late game TPP I think I've ever seen. But Dream, finally, has he finally done it? I mean, the worker count for both players is at basically 0, and they both know it. There's a shield battery here and enough energy for an overcharge. There's also cannons. The double Colossi is doing it. It's doing it, man. What's going on right here? Look at him trim this Bio off. I mean, I said 3-3 Bio. His Colossi are on 3-3 as well. Oh, but the drop on the Colossi to finish the game. He gets both of them. He can't micro out of that. GG gets called. And finally, after 40 minutes, Dream takes game number 5, and he wins it 3-2 with the reverse sweep. What an absolute god.